tunnel at halftime. Were you in there getting treatment or what's going on?
Yeah, it was a physical game, rough game for all of us, obviously. For me, for sure, getting beat up in the first half. But, yeah, I was seeing the doctors and seeing the trainers, just trying to make sure I could go back in the game.
Was there any doubt?
I knew I was going back in the game as long as they cleared me to go back in. So, and then I had to get I had to take my pads off, had to end up redoing my tape, some different stuff like that. So, really only was the last one out because, like I said, just had to take all my stuff off and get checked out. And then once I got cleared, they let me go back out after halftime. So the team went ahead, and then I came back in after half. And then Rutgers was walking down the tunnel, so then they made me wait. So that's kind of what took so long, or I would have been out a little sooner.
How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. We won the game, so it's a lot easier to be sore after a win than it is after a loss. So, I mean, I know I'm going to be sore. We're going to be sore as a physical game on the road. A lot of adversity to push through tonight. Crowd noise, the music, having to change different snap counts, just different stuff like that. So we did a good job of finishing the second half, so I feel good right now.
When did the game finally settle in for you guys? Was there a moment you're like, hey, this is settled in?
Yeah, right before the half, we moved the ball down the field, and we knew we'd be fine. And then at halftime, as a quarterback and as an offensive player, when the defensive line and the defense is playing really hard, they're playing physical. I knew at some point that they had to slow down up front at D-line. They were getting back there real quick in the first half in the first quarter. I can't even count. Probably half my throws I was getting hit as I threw. A lot of times the coaches were asking me when I came off, like, what did you see? I just was throwing the ball before I could even see a receiver coming open. A lot of times they weren't out their breaks. So it was just having to make throws. And I knew at some point that we settled in right before halftime, but I knew that Rutgers would get tired on defense, and I knew that they wouldn't rush as hard up front at the defensive line position, and I knew that our receivers were going to beat them in the back end. We just had to get a little bit of time. So I think we really settled in the second half, and it showed. We were able to run the ball and throw the ball.
Was there any big speeches at halftime, or was it normal halftime? Because you guys down 13-0, a lot of people thought
Yeah. No, it was a normal halftime. Coaches had a lot to say, just playing our game and finishing. The biggest thing for us is we just have to move on to the next play and stay positive. And we knew we were getting the ball at a halftime, and we knew we were going to go down and score. So Mickey did a good job of regrouping us and talking to us. Like I said, I wasn't even with the team at half. Wasn't really able to talk to him in the locker room because I was seeing the trainers and seeing the doctors. But we were fine at halftime. We knew the defense was, on a good roll, and they were playing great, so they felt good. And then on offense, we knew we could get going, so that's what we did.
The throw to Trey after the Miles Farmer pick. What did you see there? What was the key there?
So I don't know what Rutgers is taught on defense, but a lot of times it's easy to see who they have in the back end because the corners and the safety's eyes, they stare directly at their man. So they had a safety on the hash. Trey was supposed to run a post route, and then I saw the safety was looking straight at the tight end. So I knew Trey's one-on-one on the outside, and then he beat him. He was really supposed to run a post route. He ended up running around the guy instead of inside releasing, so I just threw it where only he could get it.
Was that a seam route that the safety was looking for from the tight end?
Oh, the tight end had a corner route. Trey had a post over the top. Yeah, we like to run that. So that's one of the plays that we put in for the game plan, and like I said, it worked out great for us, and it was big time. It was big time play call.
When sometimes the team would run for 33 yards in the first half, and the offensive coordinator said, "We're going to run more." That isn't what happened. I mean, he just kept throwing. How much do you like that as a quarterback? And on that fourth down call, when it's empty, you're throwing the ball. Did that surprise you?
No, because it was 3rd and 2, and we ran the ball and we didn't get it. So we only picked up 1 yard. I think Yank got tackled. And then so the 4th and 1, whenever he called the empty pass play, in my head I'm thinking like, it's 4th and 1, I'm sure we want to do this. But once I saw the defense come out and I knew I had matchups around the field, that was man coverage as well. I could have taken Travis. Travis had a 5-yard stick route, which is a 5-yard out route versus man. And then we had double slants from the left side into the boundary. We had Trey running a slant on the inside, and then Marcus was running a 5-yard under route. And then they brought a free safety blitz from the boundary that came directly at me. He really had a free shot right through the A-gap to come hit me. So I just got some depth, and I just stayed in there and made the throw. And the DB made a good play on the ball, and unfortunately Marcus dropped it. But it was a good contested catch. I know those aren't easy. I didn't go say anything to Marcus on the sideline because, I mean, like I said, these guys, they get enough coaching, so they don't always need me to say something. You know, I try to be positive. So I know at the end of the day I can lean on Marcus and Trey down the stretch. You know, they're going to make more plays than not, so that's what happens usually.
Anything else for Casey?
Have you ever seen that many offensive pass interference calls? I think there are 4 in this game.
No, but I mean, the refs did a good job of seeing it. I think tonight they only called it because they were just fully extending their arm. But the one we had really killed us because we would have went all the way down the field on that drive. But no, I thought the refs did a pretty good job tonight, especially at the end. I mean, they called a couple for us too, and you know, it worked out in our favor. We got the win, so I'm happy with the result. Yeah, I gotta talk to coach. So I don't know the rule, but we were trying to go in the center and just take a knee. I don't know if they're allowed to like trying to go for the ball, or I don't know. Usually the refs just says, hey, they're taking a knee and they can't rush. But we probably need to talk to the coach about going in the shotgun or something because they were trying to scrap at it as soon as the ball was snapped. I had it the whole time, but they were just down there trying to rip and punch at the ball. So we were just trying to take a knee in victory formation.